Conan the Barbarian is a weird series chronologically. The author, Robert E. Howard, didn't write it in a straight line. In fact, the first short story is, in fact, a King Conan story. The real first one that people generally suggest you start with is The Elephant Tower. It involves a young Conan who has just entered the civilized world of Zemuria. In the city, he learns of a great and powerful jewel called the Heart of the Elephant that sits in the middle of a grand and bejeweled tower ruled over by an evil sorcerer named Yara. Conan first learns about this from a slave trader talking shit at a bar. After Conan asks about it and the slave trader kind of humiliates him, don't worry, the slave trader gets killed. Conan, with a mix of pride and alcohol, decides he will rob the heart of the elephant. There, in what is a tradition for Conan the stories, he runs into Theseus, Prince of Thieves, who also plans to rob the heart of the elephant. They plan to break into the tower and rob the very jewel. And are they successful? Do they break into the tower? Yes, of course they do. And when Conan eventually breaks into the tower, Conan finds an elephant-headed man. One of the things they talk about a lot with Conan the Barbarian and Robert E. Howard's work in general, Conan the Barbarian has a lot of connections to the Cthulhu mythos. Robert E. Howard and H.P. Lovecraft were friendly with each other and they exchanged a lot of letters and tragically also agreed on certain things. The elephant-headed Yag is a celestial being who has been alive for millions of years and has seen the great fall and evolution of the human race. He also yearns for death. The evil sorcerer Yara has imprisoned Yag for thousands of years, and Yag enlists Conan to help him enact his final vengeance. You can see the influence that Conan the Barbarian really has, even in stuff you don't really think it has influence on. Doesn't this premise sound like the standard opening Dungeons and Dragons mission? There's a jewel tower in the distance, and you're going to break in and rob it because you want stuff. And then you, adventurer, get involved in a strange monster beyond your understanding. Heck, you might even listen to the description of this and say, wow, that sounds kind of cliche and boring. This was the thing that influenced those cliches. Solid recommendation from me, is all I'm saying. Solid recommendation.